great day today. I feel like we nailed it. No one blew up and we made money. Now, this obviously not looking good, but let me walk you through it here. Come on, where are you? So, before we start looking at what's gonna happen next, again, a good reminder as a trader, especially if you're trading FOMC, the announcement here, right? 152% on 668s, and we did hit 668 today, but the best trade, since we know what is up, was obviously KRE. It was the one stock that ripped today, didn't give anything back. Now originally I was in the 67s and then I took 255, I believe, on the 68s. Absolute mega trade, rate sensitive, regional bank ETF. That's where it's at. Okay, so day done. Tech very weak. Now where are we? Here's the setup. Watch this. Nobody's gonna show you this. I'm gonna show it to you now. So pay attention and mark your shit. Okay, fantastic. Let's go to the daily. There is all-time high. What happened on Wednesday the 29th? Oh! It was FOMC. Yes. Why does that matter? Well, I'll show you why this matters. Ding, 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 ding. Let's scroll down to the 4 hour. How about we do that? So, you see this coming down here? Yay, that we busted through and we're hanging out and all that good shit. Okay. See that? See that trend line? Let's move over to SPY. Here's the same trend line. What makes this interesting? Back in the day, before this shit right here, there used to be an old rule. And that old rule was the FOMC whipsaw. So I've calculated here on the 5-minute chart. Okay, from the announcement price right there, okay, right there, ding, how much it went up. And the old rule was up and then the same amount down underneath the announcement price before you then take the direction of this. Okay, so to visualize it, whatever you go up here, you must also go down from here before then the final move that takes you to Valhalla. Okay, so that amount from the upside to the downside. Oh, are you kidding me? No, I'm not. Leads us to the alert we've now had there for a while at 676.79. Okay, and you see this little fucker coming in here, this trend line. Or where is he from? Huh? Where is he from? I know you pieced it together because you're a smart person. That is from that Wednesday, from the previous FOMC. Okay, so now you can see that the price isn't organically doing this shit. This is the computer game at hand. So right now we're shitting the bed here. After hours, not shitting the bed, but slow bleeding. So for me to be Mr. Bull here, and this is what threw me off. I had said in the Full Moon Circle chat last night, if you see 690, fucking buy puts, right? That's what I posted last night. It says, if we pop to 690 tomorrow, buy in the money puts for Friday. I didn't do it because this was a fucking ghost candle that I saw here. My premiums never went there. Okay, so instead I'm 95% cash for a extended upside target. Now, there can be news and this can change. I mean, if volatility is back, and this is not an easy move to trade. You had 1, 2, 3 premium pops, and every time they sliced the contracts, I played it here, here, and here. It was insane, okay? Premiums have been absolute dog shit. So this looks to be fading down here right now. So then we got to see if it pops tomorrow a little bit and if we undercut this. Once we've undercut the FOMC line right there, we have an alert right there. We need to wait for this alert to go over or go off. And you still have that goes to 674. So all these are ghost candles, and that's the marker, right? That's the target, and goes so this region here, right? So there is no point in buying some fucking bogus dips here unless you get the real load. Now there could be a possibility. I've showcased it all week to you because we know where it's at. That today, the 10th, boing, was that. And tomorrow you come down, and Friday you come down, and you're supposed to do the good old load the fucking boat because markets don't bottom on a Friday bullshit, and long over the weekend some 20s and get some nice money and reap this thing Monday, Tuesday to a Wednesday premium high. Sell on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, weekend, Christmas week, boom, 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 and long Kwanzaa. Okay, what happens on the 19th? Well, there's CPI. Epstein files are about to drop, supposedly. Bank of Japan's yapping about their rate hike. And Maduro might, get sent a patty, if you know what I mean. So that's the setup here, guys. The VIX 1D today gave it away. I mean, you don't consolidate for a week and a half and then just rip up here into the gap without shitting the bed. So like that was the deal here. The question is now, does the VIX, does something happen overnight into open so that we get this actual gap fill? Because now we're trading, so we gotta make sure here. See, is it or is it not? I would argue that is not a gap fill if you even want to play week to week. And who wants to play week to week? I like to play the body of the candles. There's room here. Now again, what also happens next week on the 19th? You have OPEX, and that is VIXpiration. Okay? So don't be blowing your port if shit looks bad at open and we're not over today's high. Why is this important? Look, if you can't open up here and take out the previous FOMC price that you've peaked over now, over there, you peaked over it a week ago, you peaked over it, you've had and FOMC, previous FOMC in October, so you've had 3 peeps here at 6,900 and they're telling you to fuck off because they're protecting the collar, right? Like this shit, someone might say it's a ghost, but TradingView doesn't pick up on it. This is some bullshit here. This is them emptying everything. We did get a MOC sell. Again, you have to take into consideration the amount of people who tried to short this market all week and are sitting in puts and this and that. The pain move is up. I just don't know if we get this fake breakdown yet. It looks like it. So that is option A. That is based on the fractal. Okay? Option B is an absolute fuck you to the Bears, and today was right there, and we're just gonna send it. Okay, I wouldn't even like, and if we do so, it's gonna be tricky because as you can see, like the Nasdaq isn't the greatest here, but there will be plenty of players. So I know this is dragging out a little bit. I just wanted to give you guys a good feel. First of all, let's start with Larry Ellison, who needs adult diapers. Like, what is this shit? Okay, earnings, great, missed by what, $134 million when you're dealing in billions. Come on, man, what's going on here? So clearly a shit show. Okay, nevertheless, dumped didn't help. Tomorrow, Avgo. Now, goes without saying that if Avgo does not beat after hours tomorrow, you are definitely making out with our downside targets here on Friday. Like, no question about it. Best case scenario, this is some fucking cup pullback and we get some fantastic eggs are cheap again news and we rip. Because we did get a cut and they left the door wide open for QE and more cuts, and it's coming. Okay, Nvidia, we're at 181. Now we all saw that day when I remember Timbo and I were playing it, when Nvidia can rip like $5-7, no problem. They're choosing not to play it. Meta also after hours slow bleeding here a little bit on another, again, fellow Hawaiian resident, this clusterfuck over here. So what? I posted and drew this, and I as soon as I saw this setup, I saw those 670s. I'm only in a starter 650s next week. Why? Because I'm waiting for these to be like 500 each and maybe even come down here depending upon. Down to the 21 would be a complete 50% retrace of the cup, which it probably needs in order then to go to 700. Okay, this is probably gonna be my main play here. Okay, I don't even want, like, this is gambling, who the fuck knows. Tesla has some nice moves, can't hold anything. It's just premium pop and chop, and you know, this looks like a cup and like, you know, whatever. The fundamental thing here is the market going to just slow bleed this whole move, and what's the VIX gonna do? Now you put in that if this here holds, that's been resistance all week, then great, that's a level to pump off of. Otherwise you're fucking going down here, right? I just want to make it clear. What else is on the 19th? The full moon. Okay, December 4th, as of right now, that open probably marks the top. Before that, the new moon was down here. Would I be surprised if the new moon is the top? No, not at all. Okay, what else? JPM, you saw yesterday this shit. I still have JPM going to here. Now if JPM decides to pump tomorrow $4, yeah, SPY might peak over there, but this is complex rotation. Look at this shit, fucking selling all that flow. Yesterday I was talking about how they'd been buying flow on this, right? And dark pool on this, but they've been not buying dark pool here, and they hadn't been buying flow here. Today they did their reverse. They bought flow on QQQ and they were lowering dark pool on SPY and sold the shit out of all their dark pool. Same thing, look, that's a dark pool buy, 688.42. That's a dark pool sell, pretty much same spot. So all over the place, right? All over the place. And I still to this day do not know. I know how they do KRE. KRE is, as you can see, it's completely just manipulated with dark pool. I do not, I've tried to figure this out. I think they do it through currencies. They I don't know how they play JPM. I really don't. It's the craziest shit. But anyways, for tomorrow, let's see. Today was the 10th. Okay, we kept yapping about, you know, this cluster here and how we can get to 688. That is still there. See that 677? Does that 677 gex now make sense? That I've showed you this, the same measured up to down. Now it makes sense, right? Okay, thank you. So that's where at least the road you know, the signs are pointing to. But it is the shit show. So I find it suspicious that 693 is shown, and then there's supposed to be a jump to 697. Now premiums, before they absolutely suck them dry on the YOLOs, shit happens. The upside target here is here somewhere. Okay. Now Friday, $680, 670. So here you see, these are magnets that should stop it. Same thing to the upside. Like, if you get the right news here, we can start all-time high trading. All-time high trading is completely different. However, the 4 hours, the fucking 4 hour. We pierced the 4 hour here today. Where do you end up if you want to pierce it to the downside? That 676 spot. Right? Yes. Now, for the big reveal. I haven't looked at this yet. Okay. Give me a fucking break, bro. So, I don't know what it could be or what it's going to be. Unless this somehow fits the narrative but can be used both ways. Third year, I mean, there's nothing exciting left this week. Next week is jam-packed, as you know, and we'll do an MA video on it and all that good shit. So this now becomes news trading, right? And those news reports can be hit boom boom boom. Tomorrow we have Caroline Levitt at 1. And then the president, after hours, participates in a signing ceremony. Whew. Okay, well, that's what we got. So if this shit doesn't bounce and hold tonight, and this is some bogus loading, we're going down. And if they save it and gap us up, boom, we got a hold, and then we go. Thank you for a great FOMC day, and God bless.